Hello people from YouTube, this is Pi and today we are gonna play some blue-black Oculus. So this is how the deck list looks like. I know that in the previous version I was playing kind of a more mid-range version, while here we are a full combo. A lot of people just asked me to try the deck, so here we are. We are playing 12 copies of the combo cards, so we're playing 4 Scour, 4 Oculus and 4 Unearth. I already did a 5-0 yesterday night on Twitch, so you can check the VOD. But just I'm kind of still unsure about the deck, so I'm happy to try it out a bit more. So alongside the traditional cards, we are playing just 2 copies of Murktide. Of course, the graveyard plays a big portion, so we can't really play. I think 6 of this effect is enough. We're playing 1 Harbinger of the Seas. This card is especially good versus random decks, but it's also fine to play 1-off in leagues. We are playing 4 Orcish Bowmaster. I'm thinking about cutting 1 with this deck specifically. I usually like to play 4 in general, but I think cutting 1 might be interesting. I find myself siding it 1 a lot. And we're playing for Consider alongside the Scours. I think having instant speed cantrips in this deck specifically is actually strong, and I don't know if I would play Preordain. Then we're playing just this suite to try to beat creature decks, and Spellsnare is probably the best counter spell you can run in the format. We aren't playing any more removals. I can see cutting a Bowmaster to play a Shoot the Sheriff, to be honest, or a Long Goodbye maybe. That's a bit better, so we can even kill the Planeswalkers. Then for counter spells and 2 Force of Negation, basically just counter magic power. I think playing counter spells is still valid in the format. In the sideboard we have a bit of everything, so this is mostly for Boros. I like the cruiser plan. Before I was playing 4, but I think 4 might be a bit too much, so I think 3 is enough. We also have Unearth, just in case something goes wrong with the Crusader, or we can just reanimate it if we need it. We have a couple of Deluge still to kill the small creatures, basically. That kills everything versus Boros. Then we have a couple of Harbingers versus Eldrazi and Amulet, and basically all the decks with strange mana base. And there are a lot actually in the format right now. 1 more Force, 1 more Scalding, just increase the number of counter magic in the deck. And 3 Consigned Memories, or specifically for Eldrazi, that is one of the best decks, the best deck in the format at the moment. But also Consign is strong versus ring decks, and Belcher. Speaking about Belcher, I am playing those 3 artifacts, so this is basically only for Belcher, and maybe for other decks. I can think about maybe Yawgmoth or Soul Trader. This is mostly for graveyard decks, so Mirror and again Soul Trader, Storm, Goryo. And this is mostly for Storm, so I like to have a bit of variance in the sideboard. I like to have all the 3 options just to try to beat on those decks. And yeah, this is basically one of the first builds of the deck that I enjoyed, so let's just try the deck into a league. Just, yeah. I'm a bit curious about how the deck performed in general, because yesterday, like, I played 2 leagues, I went 9-1, I lost to Lured Wizards actually, because I couldn't outpower a Murktide, but it was well fought. I think the deck is valid. I like, the thing I'm not super sold is how strong the deck is compared to the traditional build of blue-black. Also from the previous version, I really enjoyed Tamiyo, and this deck is not playing Tamiyo. I'm not sure it has a slot, considering how you should sequence your cantrips, but I'm very curious to see how this plays out. I first maybe I admit that I overlooked the deck a bit because I'm usually more of a tempo control player than a combo player, so playing cards that I can't cast is strange for me. Okay, well, I think I keep this hand. Since I have only 1 drops, I think I will start the Watery Grave, so I can scour rather than start slow with the Undercity Sewers. Okay, so yeah, I will start with scour. We have a creature in the graveyard, but not sadly not something we can unearth. But we draw an Oculus. Maybe I should have started with. I think I keep this on top actually. I should have started with Consider. Okay, so if they play Frog, I think I can. I think I will push because I can either play the Oculus. Maybe play the Oculus is a bit better. Since I have 2 pushes, yeah. So to play the Oculus, I need to consider in the graveyard. I'm still like learning. Maybe it was better just to be in the card. So I need to consider in the graveyard and then fetch basically. So I can play the Oculus. Next turn we can unearth it if they killed it. Of course, I didn't expect them to tap out on turn 2. And the Oculus is not super easy to manage, to be honest. Rather than Catacomb means they probably play Harbinger of the Seas. That's not a big problem as we have basic Swamp in hand. Okay. I think I'd rather keep the 2-2 alive, so, because it's a 2-2. Rather than like I evaluate this more than a card in their hand. Like they can draw 1. Okay, that's actually perfect as we can just push this again and unearth the Burnt Oculus. The only way to cast this is to pay 7 mana, so not super easy, but we can do that. Yeah, they can play a 5/5 Murktide, that's fine. Okay, now it's a bigger Murktide, but I think until if we can keep this one on the battlefield, it's not like we are fine. Even if my opponent plays Murktide, as our board presence is a bit better. I'm thinking about a possible sideboard strategy to beat the mirror. I think we just have one. Okay, we can push this. It's not a big problem. So this is actually lethal if they don't have any more permanents. Okay. So from the sideboard, we don't have much actually. I think I like the Ghost Vacuum, the Scolding, and I'm thinking about siding in the Force, or basically not siding out the Force. I think Harbinger is cringe. I don't think I want the Harbinger. I don't know if I should, because like, let's see where a Mirror of Combo. In a Mirror of Combo, you're probably likely to side in the Force. But in a Mirror of Midrange, Force is cringe. They probably have one more copy of these, so I think it's fine to side in the Force and probably cut a couple of Scours. Be a bit more Oculus-centric and less focused on milling. I think his hand is actually fine. Present turn one, the combo game 1, and then the mid-range plan game 2 is kind of fine. They start with sewers, meaning they probably don't have mill spells. Very interesting start for the opponent. But I think I will surveil the top lane to myself. Okay. Interesting sequence for the opponent, not gonna lie. I think we'll play Island. I don't need to play their fetches. Also, a note is, like, we are playing a lot of fetches, of course, to increase the number of cards in the graveyard. Good if they also have Snare. Fine. So we can play a 4/4 Murktide, but I think it's better to wait and keep the counterspell up. As a 4/4 Murktide is cringe versus a possible Abhorrent Oculus. I think I want to counterspell this now. Yeah, I think I'm fine fetching Island. Sure. Like, I'm completely fine with this action, to be honest, because then I can play my Oculus. They might have Dispute, but it feels kind of weird, to be honest, if they have Dispute. So I think we'll just fetch, like, a Watery Grave is fine. And play the Oculus. Just I want to save, of course, an instant in the graveyard by fetching. And I'm representing interactions. Okay. And there shouldn't be many ways to remove these again, like in the mirror. It's just Fatal Push. So if they attack, it's probably because they have that. I think I will force. They can have another counter spell. Psychic, okay. Of course, now I regret. I think I maybe start with another Undercity just in case I mill another Oculus. Okay, don't need this one. Thinking if I should attack or not. I think it's probably okay not to attack now. Just passing is better. And of course, like, the best possibility is when we start to snowball Oculuses. Okay. Psychic Frog is also quite strong. Sure. Sure. Now, of course, attacking is fine as we can push and block. Because if they have another Bowmaster in the... They don't. Curious if they discard. If they discard, I discard. If they discard last one, I push this. I'm not sure, maybe it was even fine to push these, but I don't want to give them a draw step. Yeah, maybe it was better just to push these. Okay, can this delete all somehow? I don't think so. So I think I will just attack with all, and I'm fine trading whatever. like, of course, I did that move because I am very, very ahead. So giving them a draw is, I don't know. It just feels bad. Now they're at 1, so, and they have bounce spell in hand. So if they want to do the desperation attack, I'm fine. Yeah. Okay, so like we played likely a 72 out of 75 card mirror. We got a bit luckier, I think, with the board presence. So like I think force was actually decent to protect the Oculus. So that's a thing we have to note. Just jump to next match. I think I will play 3 to start. Like I think maybe this version is probably better positioned versus the other like the regular blue-black version, just because of course you have more snowbally threat, you have ways to recur your big flyer, while the previous version was more built to resolve a 2-drop, so Snare was the best card. But here like Snare is not super good. Is a C tier card, a B tier card, I'd say. While before, of course, like Snare was the best card in Mirror. Even Frog is not like. I think just Oculus. Like if you control Oculus for a couple of turns and they don't, it's really tough to lose. Because like you can just find more threats and fill your graveyard again. We're on the draw this time. Opponent reveal Giganta. Well, I think I keep these. I'm not super sure. But we have spells now. We have ways to maybe fill the graveyard. Marsh Flats go. I think I will start with Island, just because Island lets me play the Snare and play Consider. So I think like when I see Giganta, I don't think automatically that I'm playing against Boros, mostly because we are playing in leagues, and in leagues people just play random cards, random decks. But maybe this hand was not the best versus Boros. Even if like I think keeping with threats is probably fine. Now, of course, I search for something more appealing. I think I will probably again play a Consider. Sure, then I have your Raptor. This will flip Ajani 100%. Ragwan, Nimble, Pilferer. Okay. Of course, like this is actually a bit problematic, as 2 energy means that I can play Galvanic Discharge to my Oculus and kill it on spot. Okay, this card is actually insane to this board. So I think we'll fetch Basic Swamp and play Bowmaster now. Hopefully they don't have a follow-up ring, but even like ring when I control a Bowmaster is fine. killing the first striker and then just blocking this. Taking to 16, it's fine. It'd be fine to start with the sewers. Well, I think Kid the Master has is a good card to have under the Oculus. And if we untap with the Bowmaster, it's probably fine. Of course, not tax. Okay, they have the discharge. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. Like, I'm not super happy, of course, but not much I can do. Here I think I will take 4, go to 12. Then likely play Unearth. They also attack with the small Ajani, okay. Blood Moon not very impactful to this board, as we can cast basically all the spells we have except this Bowmaster. But I think probably playing the Oculus is a bit better, and it seems like they are F6. So I'm not sure. Should they attack? I think so, probably. Because they don't have many spells that kill the Oculus right now. So take Prison, okay. So I think I go to 7 here. I keep the blocker. Gigante in hand, okay. But they don't have many energies for now, so we aren't very... We aren't casting this one soon, I think. But we can cast a Murktide, so it's not big deal. I think we can even attack with the 2-2. I think making small attacks versus Boros is quite important. Okay, so they can cast Giganta eventually. I think this is the last time we take 2. Because then end step I think will kill the token. Yeah. So it was actually decent to fetch basics in the beginning of the game, so we are not dying to this Blood Moon. Doesn't flip, okay. And we have enough to survive. Of course, like they have some back-breaking draws, like another Ajani would be nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I just said please don't have another Ajani, and of course they protect another Ajani. So I will go to 1, I think. So I'm the 2 bolt now. Thinking maybe they want to kill something, but if they have discharge, they can kill the Murktide. Like for me, this is completely fine, as I don't really care about the Murktide. And if I draw another card, I cannot outpower the Ajani. Just it's pretty fine to block with these, yeah. I think sending me to 1 was probably better, but up to them, I guess. Just because now if they top deck like Flage or Lightning Bolt, it's not the same. Yeah, Desperation Attack. I think I will block these, and these. Yeah. Guide of Souls, okay. So next turn we untap with the Oculus. And another Oculus. I think I need to block these. Yeah, I don't think I want to... Need one more card in the graveyard to play the Oculus, actually. They can also like draw simply a land and be fine. Attack with all again. So I think I can just block these and these. And maybe these. And they can fatal push. I fatal push the Raptor. This was one among the best. Okay. Sure. I mean, if the last card is Bolt, I lose, but that's it. Okay. That's how we lose to Boros. They always have everything, even if they play bad. Okay, so usually side out the forces, side out Harbinger, and we side out a mixture of spells. I usually cut a couple of these and these. Yeah, should be fine. Because post-board we have many more cards, so I don't think I love Scours. Thinking the support is not super relevant here. Of course we don't have many answers to the ring, but we should be able to pressure them. If they are losing and they have ring, if they are winning and they also have ring, of course we lose, but that's how we play the matchup, I think. It felt so bad, like, we just needed one more turn to win. But you never have a turn, they always draw spell. Okay. I think it's probably fine to wait a turn. Can I bin these? Maybe, like, probably it's... I'm not super sure about winning that, but if we lose to Blood Moon, it's fine. It's not fine, but that's how it goes. They've been the flats, so I think they likely have something. They don't have an interaction for the Psychic Frog, so I think they probably have Flage. Again, hopefully they don't have Blood Moon, but not much we can do. Maybe considering the sideboard specifically, we should play more... So I think we'll discard the Crusader and the Spellsnare. So next turn we can play Murktide plus Crusader. Hopefully they attack, but I don't think they will. Yeah. Well, maybe keeping this up is better than unearthing the Crusader. So I think we'll just attack these. They don't block, likely. And if they block, I'm happy. I'm actually not complaining if they block. Another Crusader. No, I think probably playing safe with Murktide plus Counterspell is fine. This card is super annoying, I need to counterspell. Now I'm thinking about... I should have probably fetched another black source, so we can play Cruiser plus an Earth. Okay. Oof, this is actually quite relevant. I think I will attack with both and then play the Phyrexian dude. Okay. They don't attack. Nice, nice. Also nice. But I think playing this is super fine. And again, like if they have the One Ring, it's annoying, but probably the only relevant spell they can play. Okay. Crusader was fine, like not the best spell versus what they proposed, but it was a nice blocker. I think we kind of dominated this game. It's bad that we lost the previous one. They say the Entrap and Charm, something to note, maybe we need to play around that a little bit more, but if they like slow their game plan to holding up spells, I'm happy. Like I'm fine. They move to 5. Their deck can move to 5 to a very consistent game plan anyway, so it's not super super relevant that they move to 5. Nice. Yeah. Guide of Souls, okay. Oh, they kept one lander. So hopefully you can just put something big in the graveyard. I don't think I need the Scolding, but I take the push. I think since you are winning, it's better to wait. Okay. They do nothing. Then I push. Banana Johnny. Static Prison, okay. They probably are looking for lands. Yeah. We're both looking for lands. So I could have discarded the Phyrexian, to be honest. Maybe I can Scour now. We find a land. Nice, nice. Yeah, well, probably discarding Phyrexian was fine. I think 2 lands are fine. Okay. But now they can do their worst, and then we gonna get into the game. Okay. I'm not sure I played super correctly, but it was fun. Like, I didn't expect them to time walk themselves on turn 2 when they were behind. But it was probably fine. Like, we are probably the aggro in the game post board. In that situation, we were the aggressor, so I should have probably played Psychic Frog on turn 2 and pass. Like, sometimes it's strange. This matchup is strange because winning with double counterspell in hand or losing with double counterspell in hand in case they do something strange might be like, it really feels weird. But yeah, I think we played cool Magic. Especially the first game was very back and forth. Then even the second game, this game was a bit decided by hooligans. I just need to remember that if we have Psychic in play and an Earth in hand, I can just discard one and just unearth the creature. So we're playing the last match of the video. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I think we kept worse hand than these. Of course, those are not great spells, but okay, so we are likely against mono black coffers. No, not coffers, sorry, mono black necropotence. We don't have much. We have more stuff in the sideboard. Okay, never mind. We're against a Saga deck, actually. They can play a Bowmaster now if they have it. It's a common card in these decks. I think I keep these. It's not the best versus Urza Saga specifically, but I think it plays. Also, like, we have Harbinger of the Seas. It's quite the card versus these mana bases. I think I counterspell the Bowmaster as I think they will probably wait with the Saga. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe just play other stuff. Agatha Soul Cauldron makes my Earth terrible. So I'm still unsure what this deck is, but I think we'll see. I think I keep the Consider. They don't even exile anything from my graveyard. This is probably a combo deck, like a Spiring Spike style. Okay. Sure. So when they equip, I will likely bounce. I can even wait for them to target it. I don't know if they play any protection spell. Hopefully not. Because we just have sinks. That's the best I can do. Okay, they have nothing. They can do it again next turn. Just a bunch of annoying cards. Okay, I think I keep these. afraid of the Blood Chief. Sport, I think we have cards, so should be fine. Christ. Okay. We aren't really drawing our best. We should be fine for now. Of course, this is a problematic spell. But when on the top 20 cards in your deck there are 0 creatures, winning is not super easy. So I can bounce this. Kill this. Okay. Should be lucky. We need to be lucky now to find another Oculus under the Oculus. Find nothing. Feels bad. We're like losing to this Grist. If they block, it's fine. They can block and suck. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm losing to a limited deck, and it's one of the worst feeling in the world. Like this deck really, like, of course, again, in top 25 cards there weren't any creatures besides one Oculus. Ooh. Now of course we are dead. With a bit more luck, maybe we could have got there. Constraint Memory also counters Basking Brood Scale because it should have Devoid. Fruit is good, Ghost Vacuum is good. I don't think Soulless Jailer is fine. So I think we'll probably cut a couple of Unearth because they are not great versus Cauldron. I think I keep all the Forces. I keep all the Oculuses. Bowmaster seems cringe. And I can cut maybe a couple of Scours. This is a bit of a guessing game. Maybe I cut all the Unearths. I keep one. Okay, I think this hand is kind of fine. We have a mixture of everything. We just need to draw some lands. They're fine, we have to consider anyway, so... Basic Forest. The Blade. I think we'll start with Consider, just in case. I think we'll prioritize to hit a land drop, but if we can't really succeed, maybe we can find Force. Okay, we find the land, so it should be fine. Yeah. I can push that. No biggies. They can have Veil of Summer, but it's a bit unlikely. No Veil of Summer, nice. Okay, so fetching a Survey land, I think. I think I pin this. Because if I draw fetch, I can play the Oculus. Don't draw fetch. Fine, anyway, I think I start with this. This is a good way to blank the Cauldron. Since I have push, I think it's probably fine to slam the Oculus. They can have Bowmaster plus Greased, but I think at some point I just need to play Magic. Abrupt Decay, sure. And Priest, of course. Okay. You don't have much respect for these kind of decks, but it's fine. Equip the Blade. I'm already at 12. Maybe I should pivot to a plan B of trying for the Ghost Vacuum. never mind. I think we'll probably exile the Bosegio just in case. Because we don't really have an answer to Grist, so no matter what, we will lose to the Planeswalker at some point. We need to draw like an Earth and be very, very lucky. I keep this on top. And now, maybe Bowmaster was fine to keep versus Grist specifically, but it's not that it's strong, just medium as the other cards. One of the weak points of the deck is Grist. It's fine. It's not a very popular card. Okay, they sacrifice a creature. It's nice. We need to draw something here. Of course, drawing Polluted Delta. Missing 0 land drops each game is not where you want to be. Versus Brute Scale combo in Modern. Spell, okay. Not another decay, please. Okay. We are putting a token into play. So. They had I think they saw just 3 broad scales. Okay, I mean they saw really better than us. Not that we could have done much, to be honest. Like this decay was really strong. I think I want to play one more just because I will anyway, so like feels bad. Like we want to Boros versus Boros, best deck in the format. We lose to the combo decks, the bane of the leagues. We're again on the draw. 61 cards, so we're likely against, I think, Amulet. Of course, this hand is a mulligan, no matter what. This hand is a bit better. Put back Bowmaster. You can even put back like Basic Swamp, is not super relevant. Maybe the Errant Amulet are a deck that lose to Bowmaster. Istigo. Pull tilted go? You should probably start with these, just because you might end up fetching swamp. Okay. Okay, so this is just Eldrazi. No Drifter. Okay, just Divination. So I think I will play Psychic and Hold Up Force, just because I think the only card that worries me at this point is Ring. So I just want to counter the Ring. If this is Cozy a command, I will also force. Okay, interesting that they aren't, they don't want to ramp. So I think I will discard the Oculus, as I can just unearth it. And hopefully, like, having this in play should increase my win rate, hopefully. Another Oculus, nice. The 6 mana. They can play the Eldrazi that destroys land. And versus such a board state, I'm not even sure Emrakul is so super strong. So they need one more mana to play the Eldrazi that exile a permanent. If they play Ring, I slam the Orcish. Very, very curious what they have in hand. They probably have lands and 7 drops. They're very, very blue, so like they play spells and are in the sideboard that kind of cards. I know because I played against people that play Spellsner and Mystical Dispute, those kind of cards. I don't think they are very strong in the deck, but people like them, so why not? 5 mana now. Kozilek return. They just kill these. Sure. Feels bad as this was relevant. This also means they probably have a 7 mana Eldrazi. So I think I will just try to deal more damage possible. I was considering to pump these out of range. Okay, this was the card I needed, so it's probably fine. As the target is on cast, so it's fine. So why did this didn't attack? Come on, magical line. Yeah, I think it's fine to discard. But maybe I need to double counters. So 53819 sarebbero 10. 538. No, I think it's fine even if we attack only with these. 539. I send them to 6. So it's 5 plus. Yeah. Let's just discard. I think it's better. Of course, having the possibility of attacking even with this was better, as we had a clean lethal with this. If I try to play something big now. Okay. Che comunque, nice. Hopefully I don't have another one of these. Okay. Oh, Murktide top deck saved the situation. This card was kind of a bummer. So we can slide this one in for ring maybe. Let's see how many cards we have. We slide those in for sure. Usually side out for of these and some Bowmasters. Maybe even Snare is cringe, so I keep the Bowmasters. Yeah, probably like this is fine. Alright, let's try the flute. Sure, I think I keep these. Like we have Harbinger, we have Force, we have a lot of good spells. Like second Murktide is a perfect pitch for the forces. I don't think we're gonna cast that. If we draw land, I should to scour. With no lands, I think we'll play the Consider. But okay. Ujin the Spirit Dragon. Wow. A lot of spells. Okay, with the land drop. Nice, I think I would play the Bowmaster immediately. Okay, it's fine. But they can play big spell on curve, so it should be fine. Maybe just play land go. Okay, maybe they also play this. Next turn, of course, they can play ring, but we have Bowmaster, and then we have we also have a clock. So, of course, the worst possible is they start looping rings. Basic forest. I to spawn. Okay. So I think the ratio is Scour now, exile some to play Murktide. Hopefully we win with this Murktide. We have 2 turns to beat all his tasks. Maybe our Oculus is a bit better at creating board presence. Considering Oculus is better to start, as Oculus lets me also play Murktide next turn. And also Oculus is good at leaving back a swarm of colorless creatures. Okay, I mean, they have ring. I think it's probably worth to keep this one in just in case they have all his dust, because we can maybe cheese them. I'm not super sure about this. Maybe. Wordbreaker. Okay. They don't use the ring, that's very, very interesting. They want to play this Murktide as I think waiting is a bit better. Next one I can maybe attack with the swarm of cheaters. Sure. We drew like really poorly after the Oculus. We just drew land. Murktide, okay. Murktide land went end. Now is the part of the game where we wait likely like 5 minutes until my opponent does their turn. Like that is my turn, and then hopefully if we untap we can play magic. I don't think I can win this game as we physically has 0 answers to Emrakul. But maybe we can do a strange race. Okay, I mean, just to make this game easier, I will scoop, draw a card. Be fine. Asset game. I think we had them for a brief amount of time. Oh my god, I sided out on Earth and I kept in push. I sided out on Earth. that was a fumble. Of course, you should side out the pushes as they have basically 0 targets and keep Indian Earth. Good thing I just didn't draw push. I just realized. Yeah, I think I keep these. I start with Surveil, then I play Watery, Psychic, and then I play Polluted. This is the fetch I need to use at last to fetch a swamp. Oh man, I put a mental note to remember. Do I have the spells there? Sure. I think this is fine, mostly for the mana curve. If they play ring, I will let them draw 1 and then play flute. Okay. Interesting. super happy to see talismans when I just played Harbinger, to be honest, but it's pretty fine. Hopefully I have a clean combat. I can deal 9 damage to them, and then we start to fight against Eldrazi. Like, Spell Snare turn 1 was incredible from the Eldrazi deck, just because it's not super easy that they can produce blue land untapped. And create 3 spawns. Okay. We are not super winning this game. Oh. So this is 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 mana. I'm curious what they take here. They grab Ujin's Labyrinth. Okay. Like, I'm not happy, but at least I delayed the Emrakul by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One turn. Not the best. Like, this matchup is really tough when you don't draw what's the name of the card? Consigned to memory. Like, consigned to memory makes this matchup so easier. Not drawing that is tough. Okay. Consigned to memory. Okay. Interesting. Maybe you should have started with these, actually. With drawing. I don't know, because I thought about cycling the unearthed to... Because I thought I needed 5, not 6. Well, maybe I can raise these, actually. I don't think this card is strong. From this position, I think I can beat it. Okay, I need to jump attack into it. Fine. Oh, I will jump attack into it. Nah, I think attacking only with this is better. I can also attack with the Harbinger, like it's fine if they block the Harbinger. Of course they block. Then we can cast the Oculus. Yeah. It's funny how a single consigned to memory completely changed the pace of the game. Now we can just raise these, be fine. I send them to 3, so this means that even if they have... even if they resolve another Emrakul, I should be able to win. I need to have another Breaker of Creation to put me in a problematic situation. And I think I would sacrifice Flute plus Misty if they attack. I'm not sure they can attack. But if they don't attack, it's not that they are going anywhere. they're really like deep in the tank. Yeah, just play the monster. Okay, so I think we'll kick consign. Okay. Super strong draw step. Fine. Sure. This card is insane versus, like, this card is just super bummer versus their deck. Like, I just use 1 mana to counter their 13 drop, so like, if you draw this card in multiples versus Eldrazi, it's really tough to lose. And they just have 2 cards in hand. I'm not super sure which combination of cards beats me. The attack will just sacrifice 2 lands now. Take 8, go to 8. Just in case they can deal with something, I am fine. Sure. Wow, what a back and forth game. Like, we bounced the Emrakul, let them resolve the trigger, and then we countered the second one. I think we proved, like, Oculus was fine in this matchup. Was fine for sure. I think this matchup is a bit better if you play Oculus 100%, as snowballing threat is better versus their deck, even if a 5/5 is not super big. Okay, so coming back to the list, I think I want to play a bit more with this deck. But if you want to see a sideboard guide and some notes regarding what I think about this deck, you should probably join the Patreon, as you can find guides, sideboard guides, and you can also join a Discord where basically the blue tempo community gathers to talk about new cards, new tech, new deck lists, and you can directly talk with me there and ask me whatever you need. So yeah, that was everything for this video. It's a bit longer. We kind of beat like the best decks in the format. We lost to the combo deck, and yeah, so hopefully you like what you see. If you have anything you want to ask, just comment down below, and make sure to follow more guides.